I can't even look in the rear view.
So, can you green screen the windshield and make it look like we're making a hit?
I don't know. If I had like a video of like the camera on the hood of the car facing forward, probably. But everything is like... It'd look like... It'd have like the interior of the black sheep out in front of the hood.
Just lay over a sound clip of the black sheep making a pass.
Just rip one... No, not a black sheep. Rip one of Bumblebee making a pass.
Okay. We can do that. You want to do the, like, we'll pretend like you go and you'll pull your seat thing up and then, like, go flying back, like...
Oh, yeah, do the whole,
Yeah.
So, you're going to put it on the brake.
You gotta make the noises though.
Alright.
Alright, well you gotta wait to hear me for it. There's trans brake engage. Alright. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We're just dreaming about all of the antics we're gonna have in our shop truck. Big shout out to my guy Al O'Neill. He came by, he's got a detail company. I'll link his stuff in the description below. Or you'll hear us talk about it in another video if I don't link it in the description below. But Al was like, hey, what are you doing today? And I'm like, when are we ever doing anything? We're doing nothing. And he's like, well, I want to come down and detail the Colorado. I'm like, oh man, it doesn't run. He's like, that's fine. We'll get it detailed so it's nice because it's, you know, we said it smelled like cat piss and Mason. So.
What?
Do what?
I don't smell like cat piss.
It's a combination of cat piss and Mason.
Sometimes I smell like a wet dog.
So maybe. it had some stench in here. My man Al came down. Al's one of the great storm guys as well. If you haven't noticed, storm guys, they do everything. And he pulled up, mobile detail rig, washed the car inside and out, shampooed the carpets and seats. I mean, it's like a brand new. Yep. It's like a brand new truck. This thing was rough. It was rough. He did an amazing job. So big shout out to Al. Everything looks great, interior, exterior. It's awesome. And now all we have to do is just put the power plant in it. We do have some updates. So that's what we're going to talk to you guys about. We got some blower stuff. We got some fuel stuff. We got some torque converter stuff. And I'm excited to talk about it. So we'll get up in front of the truck here. We'll pop the hood so you guys can see what we got going on. And we'll talk about some of these great companies that we work with that you guys can also get parts for your builds from, which I highly recommend because we only run the best. Anything you want to add to that? I killed it, didn't I? There's nothing you could add. You can't sprinkle nothing on top.
I think we're getting ready to show them some cool stuff.
Just the sprinkles made it.
Action!
Alright guys, welcome back. We were talking about some of the parts we got for our Colorado. If you don't know this truck, this is... I have an obsession with F-bodies in Colorados. It's honestly odd.
They're just too cool.
They're just too cool and... Yeah, I mean, they're just great. So, this one here is going to be our shop truck. It's got a 408 cubic inch LS with a Kong LSA blower on it. And we are stuffing it in here. Going to be running a Holley Terminator with a 4L80. So we're running the Terminator Max with transmission control. So I guess we'll start off there with transmission and transmission control. First time messing with the 4L80 stuff, obviously you need a torque converter. There's only one company to call when you need a torque converter, and that is Circle D. So this thing here is a... Look at that. When they handwrite on your torque converters, you know you're getting a fresh unit. Look at the girth. Look at the size. That's a thick boy right there.
2 C's.
So this is their triple disc lockup converter. They for the 4L80s, and I assume the 4L60s, they have the option with a single disc or the triple disc. The difference is you are able to lock this sucker up under wide open throttle. So that means poor crankshaft's going to get spit out of it. Lots of horsepower. And we're going to run lots of mile an hour. Are we going to run this at, what's going to happen is we're going to end up running this at the track. And it's not meant to be run at the track.
No, that's the goal. We're going to do drag and drive.
With this?
850 class.
If this truck, if we build it, we're going to have to put a rear end in it. And it goes 9s. Do you know how impressive that would be?
I think this truck, if we put the rear end in it with the right gear in it.
Then we're going to have a cage.
It'll easily go 9s. I think probably on a street tire, you probably go like a 1.9. And still run at bottom 10.
So having the triple disc lockup is definitely a benefit.
Yeah, just lock that deal up and let it start banging gears.
Yeah.
It spits the 4L80 or the crankshaft out of it.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. We're running a B&M 4L80 with the automatic valve body in it, so not like, I think they're rated for like 800 horsepower, probably crank. We're probably going to be well over that, but I mean, it's just a recommendation. So we're excited. Thank you, Pete, at Circle D and all the guys over at Circle D. Guys hooked up on this converter. It's going to be badass. It's going to drive good. And then I guess at some point we'll end up taking it to the track because that was never the intentions, but here we are. So we got the torque converter situated. We got the transmission situated. We got some headers right here, which we have one on the car for mock-up, and it does fit. It is a Doug Thorley Tri-Y. So if you look at this header, it's different from like a normal header that you would see, as it has a Y here, a Y here, and then a Y here. We are definitely concerned, especially running a blower application, with the flow of this header. 2.5-inch collector, not ideal. We want at minimum like a 3-inch. With a blower car, you know, it's just kind of like the nitrous car. So if you can run a 6-inch primary, that's probably better. Just whatever you can do to evacuate the exhaust gases with the least amount of resistance will be the best. So I think we're going to send these back and swap over to a shorty header, which is not ideal, but no one seems to make like a standard like 1 7/8 long tube with a 3-inch collector that just fits. So if we run the shorty headers, obviously the collector will be like up here, but it'll be a 3-inch collector, and I think just having the 3-inch collector will work better than the Doug Thorley Tri-Ys. These are nice headers if you're doing some NA stuff or you're just doing a swap on the truck. You're just going to put a cam in it. Probably would run really good, make a lot of torque and a lot of power with these for an NA application, but when you start getting up there in the 700-800 horsepower, some boost, some back pressure, not sure if this is our best bet. We bought them, put them on there, they fit, but I didn't realize it had a 2.5-inch primary. That's kind of a bummer, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're gonna hopefully send these back. There's no scratches on them. If anyone from ATEC or someone's walking, there's none. There's 0 scratches. Like, we didn't put one on to try it or anything like that. We actually just took that out of the box just for this video. Well, we got torque converter. We got the headers. I did order a lid with an intercooler brick, but I got scammed once, and I had to fight to get my money back, and we're up in the air from getting scammed a second time. So it's supposed to be delivered Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Now it's Friday, and I still don't have it. So we'll keep you updated on that. I've just been a sucker, and it's not really my fault. My boy CJ keeps sending me just maybe CJ scamming me. He just keeps,
So my first theory was that it was an ant.
It was
is
CJ.
Ant scamming me?
I mean, ant looks like a scammer.
Well, I think it might be CJ now because he facilitates the deal, and I never speak to the people, and I get scammed. So
yeah, it's not looking good for CJ.
it's not.
It's not looking good for CJ lately.
No, it's really not.
CJ's
It's really not.
taking L's.
So, on top of me getting scammed and everything, TRUCKz hooked us up. Let's talk about some positive things. TRUCKz hooked us up with the fuel system for this thing. We have their fuel pressure regulator, which is very nice. Look at that. Look at that little Johnny right there.
Titanium.
Billet anodized, T6 aluminum construction. Guys, do you know I can read? I can't read anything
It's
else.
killing me to see this stuff. Can we open the boxes?
Yeah, I mean, we can. I mean,
Go through the rest. Go through the
okay,
rest.
all right. Also, we're going to run a triple pump system on this. Street driving, a lot of guys like running the triple pump stuff, so you're not running the pumps all the time. Through the HOLLEY, we can actually command the pump to come on a different boost. If you're running a stock computer stuff, you can do it with a Hob switch, but we like doing it through the HOLLEY. So what we'll probably do is, what do you think? Are we going to run on one?
Probably run on one.
And then have 2 kick on.
Yeah, and then have both of them.
So we got a sending unit, and then we have an external 340 pump. So we got 3 340 pumps in there, which should be plenty of fuel to make that 800 horsepower on E85. And it's one thing that's very important when you're building your fuel system. Make sure you get the stuff that is ethanol compatible. If you were to build the fuel system for just race gas or pump gas, and then decide to run ethanol, it's very corrosive and can damage, you know, your lines in the pump or anything like that. So be aware if you ever might run E85, any of the street driven stuff, highly recommend E85 because it performs like race gas, it's cheap, and it smells good. And you can make a lot more power than just pump gas 93. So the E85 stuff's badass. Oh, you like that? You like that?
This looks nice.
Pull it out.
So
Sorry, we shouldn't say that on camera. That's just, I don't.
I'll pull it out.
Is this what you use to open the?
Yeah.
You need to grab a razor for this.
Well, I don't want to keep wasting them, and you already lost the one that you had.
1 per day.
That's dash 10.
Ooh, that is nice.
This is a regulator now. That is nice.
It is.
Where can they purchase that?
Oh, racetronics.biz, I think, or .com. I don't know. The website comes up .biz. I'm really lost on that. I think it's racetronics.biz.
If you Google TRUCKz.
Yeah, I mean, they're out of Canada. They have nice stuff. I plumb chased this whole car with Racetronics. I like it.
Let's see the pump. We're going with the single pump right here. Their packages are secure, I can guarantee that.
This thing's heavy.
Thing's nice. Not Chinesium.
No, not Chinesium. Remember the last one we had the China regulator on it? It worked okay, but it was not real consistent.
No. Oh, look at this unit right here. Dude, that is a nice pump right there. Dude, just think, this thing's gonna be out there whooping up so much ass. People are gonna get so butthurt. Like, my goal with this is like, me personally, I wanted to leave it stock appearance, just go out there and like see someone in a Corvette and just gap them. But maybe I already got.
You got kind of outvoted on that.
Yeah, I already got the lowering stuff for the suspension area ordered up. All right, the last one here. Where'd the drill bit go? Oh, here it is.
What, you just throw bits on?
The opening bit. So Mason is going to handle the installation of the fuel system. So what all pertains to putting this stuff in?
I'll pull the tank out. Do just kind of similar to last time. We learned on the last one a few things. So a few things we'll do different with hanging the pumps. It'll be nice. These pumps are much smaller. The last one we had 2 Warbo 450s in, which total footprint is probably less, but with the 340s, the body of it is much smaller, so it'll be a lot easier to get them in the tank. We were originally going to run 3 450s in the other truck, but you could not get them in there. So
I don't know if I'm opening this the way they recommend it, but I'm just being a madman right now.
once we get a fuel tank out of it, we'll hit up Racetronics and get some bulkheads for the top of the hat, and
That's nice.
Dude, that's nice. I think you could this little combo right there. So you can probably put this in and use the factory sending unit on top.
yeah, I'm gonna try. One thing that we did last time that I hated was the return was in the hat,
Oh yeah.
and there was no space. So
Smells like Canada.
smell like maple syrup. Why do people in Canada's mouth move like
Like on South Park?
Yeah.
Like that's actually true though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually true. But yeah, so shout out to Racetronics. They hooked us up on this stuff. Very excited. We've run their stuff before. Big in the Grand National stuff. We got their banner hanging up around here somewhere. It might be in the other bay. But yeah, great company, high quality products, fuel system wise. Check them out. And we're excited to really get the ball rolling on this thing. So we got a bunch more stuff. We got some more stuff from Racetronics. We got suspension stuff. We got radiator, cooling fans. We got a bunch of stuff, but I was just excited. We had some of this stuff out of the box, and I want to show you guys. So check out Racetronics, check out Circle D, and check out Summit Racing for some shorty headers, I guess, because they sell Doug Thorley headers, but if you run NA stuff, I recommend them. And if you want to get scammed, I'll leave CJ's number on the screen right there, and you can text him and say, hey man, I'm trying to get scammed on some LSA parts, and you can just hit him up. I'm actually going to put his number on the screen.
You did it to me, so.
I'm just, no shame, no shame.
Leave him a voicemail.